Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Why I Hate This Movie. I'm your host, Derek Rios, and with always my co-host and heterosexual life mate, Danny Newton. How you doing, Danny?
Pretty good, Derek. How are you?
I am fine. Today we're talking about a Hulk Hogan movie.
Yes.
I think you said it's the original WWF at the time movie?
This is their first attempt in the film industry.
Yep. And currently the WWE.
Yes.
We're watching No Holds Barred.
Yes.
This was 1989. So I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And this is way before I got into wrestling. I didn't get into wrestling until about late 90s.
Yeah. Mine was real late 90s, early 2000s.
It was when they split off the WW.
It's the Attitude Era.
Yep. And you had like The Rock was rising and Triple H.
Yeah. It had Stone Cold in, Kane, all those guys, Undertaker.
You had all the great duos like the Dudley Brothers, the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys.
Christian and Edge.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Because they were grown men beating the shit out of each other and trying to murder each other, but doing it in style.
Yes. Back when you still had a hardcore championship that had to be defended 24/7.
That was probably one of the best ideas they had.
Yeah.
The fact that, I mean, it was all like, just side footage, right? Where they filmed it outside, so it wasn't live. But it was just great to just see footage of like someone just doing a daily activity. Like, I'm going to go grocery shopping. And then someone just beats the shit out of them in the middle of a grocery store, and then has a ref come out and count them.
Yes.
You'll just be in a random bathroom and some guy just jumps you and beats the shit out of you.
Yes.
And that's what it should be. This is real wrestling, okay?
Back when they literally had a guy named Hardcore Bob Holly who constantly defended the Hardcore Championship.
It was so much fun.
It was really good. This movie sucked.
Yeah. This is way before that.
Yeah, this is way before that.
So Hulk plays a character in this called Rip 'em.
Rip.
Yeah.
His catchphrase is rip 'em.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he just isn't Hulk.
Yeah, he might as well be.
There's no reason for him to not just be the Hulk.
I did some research on this. At the time that this movie come out, they were actually promoting this in WWF, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Was he wrestling as Rip?
They were wrestling as though this happened.
Okay.
Right? Even to the point they had Debo come in and actually do matches in WWE.
Really?
With him.
I never knew.
So they were doing cross promotion like that for quite a while.
And when you say Debo,
yeah,
you mean
Zeus.
Zeus. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his actor's name.
He plays Debo from Next Friday, and
he plays Debo. He plays the president in Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Yep.
He's the guy in Batman that's like, we're not blowing this boat up, and just tosses the detonator out the window.
Yeah.
When Joker's trying to blow up the two ships.
He's got a bunch of great roles.
Yeah.
He's always the big old motherfucker with the cross-eye.
Yeah. But he was actually coming into WWF as Zeus.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that.
They get payback for the match.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So
I didn't realize Debo was that big, because Hulk is 6'7", and he's standing up next to Hulk.
He's standing over him, looking down at him.
Yeah.
But they went to all that effort to integrate it, because this is back in the time before it was just blatantly obvious that wrestling's fake.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they were playing it off like it was real. Yeah. Knowing that and knowing how hard they were going to go on promotion like that, it baffles me that he's just not Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. There's no reason he should be.
Yeah, he just should.
Maybe there's something where they just couldn't use his likeness or something.
I don't know, because I don't know if they made the production company or if they bought a production company to make this movie.
Yeah.
But this is the studio that would eventually become WWE Studios, right?
Yeah.
So this is their very first attempt at anything.
Yeah, and it failed.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they rented out like a hotel or whatever in Florida for like over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in Florida. And it was literally, they wrote this in like 70 hours over the weekend.
Yeah.
Just Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, and like one other guy. And they hammered this script out. And that's why this script is so bad. Because they wrote it like they were writing a match.
So in between them shitting on women.
Yes. In between taking deuces on women's heads.
Yeah, they wrote the match.
Oh my God.
You think that was going on back then still?
I bet that's
or he wasn't at that level of power yet.
Oh no, I guarantee you it was going on like that.
So I can't remember when he took over his father.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's taken over yet. I mean, probably.
I think late 80s, early 90s, he would have.
Yeah.
I think he would have already taken it over. Because during the 90s, isn't that when he like consolidated all the companies under the WWF, WWE banner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
So he had to have taken over by now.
So we just start off and you see Hulk as Rip and he's beating up some eyeliner guy.
Yeah. And the commentator is Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, they got Jesse Ventura.
But it looked like Jesse Ventura wearing the Iron Sheik's shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's weird. He literally looked like he was wearing a fucking Arabic headdress thing with chains hanging, like necklaces and stuff hanging down off his headdress and his face and stuff. It was real weird.
I mean, maybe that's what Jesse Ventura wore back then. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so it cut away to, we have the villain.
Oh, the TV exec villain. So this whole plot line is just so dumb because this entire story literally boils down to the network that Rip is on is doing so well and killing us in this time slot, and we need to buy Rip. I'm just like, he's not just a guy. He's working for a company. You need to buy the company.
Yeah.
Right?
It's ridiculous the fact that, okay, we're going to buy him and start our own wrestling crew to compete against him and do the exact same thing. But now that we have him, everyone's going to come watch us.
Yeah.
That's not really how it works.
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially like WWF, WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's not like they competed on time slots, though.
No, not really. No, but
they did have people that would compete and go over. But
yeah,
if anyone's like, oh, I'm leaving them because they lost one person, then that generally is not going to happen.
Yeah.
The NWO failed on its own just because WWF was just more popular.
Yeah.
And it just had a better setup. And they probably just put more money in the production.
I mean, probably. This guy is a bad guy. It's just so stupid.
His name is Mr. Brell.
I guess.
Right?
If you've seen a movie from the 80s or early 90s that had a sniveling bad guy in it, it was this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a bunch of stuff. He was in Ghostbusters 2. He was, he was in quite a few things. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. But he's always the sniveling bad guy in everything he's in.
Mr. Brell. And that's Kurt Fuller. And of course, Debo is Tom Lister Jr., just, for a reference.
Yeah.
This movie didn't really have a plot.
This movie is almost all filler.
Yeah.
Because that's what a WWF storyline is. It's basically all filler.
Yeah, and then you have a couple matches.
Right. So they wrote this like they was writing a match. Yeah. Right? That's why it sucks. It's just not good.
So he has a meeting with Rip, aka Hulk. He's just like, hey, name your price, I'll buy you. You come work for me.
Yeah.
And Rip's like, nah, I'm honorable. I'm a good guy. I'm not doing that. He rejects him.
Yes.
So he's like, all right, well, good luck. We'll drive you home. And they lock up the limo.
They abduct him in a limo.
They abduct him. And their whole plan was to take him out. They take him out to this warehouse, and they had 3 guys that's going to beat the crap out of him.
So after they this is so fucking stupid. After they lock him in the limo,
yeah,
he's kicking the side of the limo so hard that he's physically kicking the limo off of the road.
Yeah. The driver is just swerving constantly the whole way there. Like him kicking the door is causing the limo.
But the driver is running
wildly go out of control.
He's running over so much shit on his way to wherever this fucking evil secret lair is.
Just a bunch of people.
That there will be cops chasing him at this point. Right? Because he's running people off the road. He's running over shit on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like he's almost killing people.
It doesn't make sense. That's not how vehicles work.
No.
I can sit there and kick on the back door and it's not going to cause the driving ability of that vehicle at all.
No, not really. I mean, you'll feel it shake, but you're not fucking going to throw the truck off the road.
I think they were just trying to show how strong he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess. It's so stupid.
So he pulls up and Hulk busts out of it.
Yes. He literally blows the roof off of this limousine.
Yeah. And then just proceeds to beat the shit out of these three guys. And then when the limo driver tries to take...
He rips the door off of the limousine.
Yep. Pulls this guy up. And the guy shits himself. And Hulk is just sniffing him and is like, what's that smell? And the guy just screams out crying, Dookie!
So stupid.
The look on Hulk's face, he's just like, Dookie? It's just the best part of the movie.
Oh my God.
It was fantastic.
You know, Vince McMahon thought that was funny as shit.
100%. Oh
my God.
It's so over the top and silly.
Why didn't he just piss himself? It would have made more sense if he just pissed himself.
He had a grown man cry out Dookie.
It's so fucking bad, dude.
I laughed. I was laughing.
So after he beats up the fucking hit squad, this is the bad guy's next plan. Is I'm going to seduce him with a hot chick.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But not just any hot chick. Rip literally goes to work. And this woman is like some sort of fucking CEO over marketing in his company.
Well, they hire her for marketing. She comes in as the fresh talent, right? And they're instantly flirting in the middle of this meeting. And she's like, I'm going to take you out for dinner.
They hired this woman off the street for this position. Mm-hmm. Apparently the same day.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
No, man. Miss Moore was a dedicated, hardworking woman, okay?
You think to get hired for this role, she had to be okay with Vince McMahon taking a dump on her head?
Probably.
While Jesse Ventura and Hulk ran a train on her?
To be fair, I would do the same thing. She was very gorgeous.
Yeah.
She was very attractive.
Yep.
Joanne Severance. She's actually still very attractive.
Yep. Vince McMahon just laying a turd right between her eyes and being like, finish her off, Hulk.
Okay. That's a Sam, right?
I'm going to go take a shower.
So she takes Hulk out to this fancy fucking Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Or French? It's French.
It's something pretentious.
Yeah. And the waiter's just like, oh, look at this fucking trash. He's not refined.
Yeah.
Apparently he's a new waiter and he doesn't know. And the owner comes out and yells at him because Hulk goes there all the time and speaks French.
Apparently. You think he would have just said so.
It's just that way Sam knows, oh, okay. There's more to him than the surface. He's not just a muscle bound. All he do is fight for a living. And
no,
he's refined, sophisticated. He has feelings.
No, he's not.
What?
No,
man. He gets up every morning, meditates, and just loves life. It's just real peaceful, and he reads a book. It's just he's very intellectual person.
Yeah, sure.
What? That's Rip, okay? Not Hulk. This is Rip.
Sure,
different people.
Okay, yeah, it's another joke I didn't laugh at.
So. The CEO, we go back to the CEO.
Yes.
Mr. Brill. He has the idea of, okay, they go to this bar, this bar where there's underground, backyard wrestling style shit.
Yes.
And it's just people in this bar. I can't, this place does not exist. In one corner, there's people giving tattoos. It's like, they just what's all the horrible, what's the shit that a man and a biker going to a bar, what's going on?
This bar could only exist in Florida.
I don't even think it could exist there.
This bar could only exist in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee's way too nice to be fucking...
Jacksonville wouldn't even have this bar.
But yeah, there's it's a tattoo parlor / a restaurant, and it's just every bar trope you can think of.
Yeah. They literally have a fighting pit in the middle of it.
Yep. And they have a little person that's just
in a cage,
stuck in a cage. Just hangs there, just chilling, laughing at him the whole time, poking at him or ringing a bell or whatever. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, it is wild.
And all the women there have fucking rotten teeth and are inbred and shit. And they're all hillbillies.
Yep. And then one of them, the sister, his brother's the one fighting. And he comes up with the idea, I'm going to televise this. And I was like, okay, so he's going to take this into a format and like do like a backyard wrestling style event. No, he literally brings in camera crews to this shithole bar and just films what's going on there.
Yes.
Like it's a fucking TV event.
In my mind, I was just like, he's trying to invent UFC.
Exactly.
He's trying to invent UFC.
This is... So I looked it up. UFC hadn't been started. Like there's mixed fighting, right? There's martial arts, mixed martial arts. UFC hadn't been created yet.
No, it was mid-90s, right?
Yeah, the first televised event was like early 90s.
Well, when you hear...
like UFC 1 was like early 90s.
Whenever you hear Rogan talk about it, like Rogan was just like, yeah, one of the first fights he went and commentated at or whatever was down in Dothan. So it could have literally been in a fucking like this down in Dothan.
Yeah. This could have been the origin of UFC.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing.
It was an octagon ring.
It was an octagon.
Yeah.
Or UFC early on, there was very small rules. Like it was like, hey, don't punch him in the dick and don't bite.
In this, the only rules were don't kill nobody.
No, that wasn't a rule. You can fucking kill people.
No. He said the only rule is don't kill them.
No, people died in this movie. Okay.
Yeah, that's because Hulk killed him.
Oh, no, Debo murdered some people. So he offers $1 million prize to $100,000, and he calls it's the stupidest fucking name ever. It's
Tournament of Tough Guys or some shit like that.
Battle of the Tough Guys. Yep.
Yeah.
And he offers $100,000, I believe, right?
Some of these guys didn't look tough. They just look fat.
Oh, yeah.
Most of these guys just look like fat hillbillies.
Yeah.
It looked like the trailer parks emptied out for this tournament.
He has his two assistants with him too. Mm-hmm. And one of them goes to the bathroom. There's like a dog chained up in the bathroom. The one hillbilly brother whose sister he's banging works there.
Yeah.
He was talking shit, or he's just blowing up the toilet, right?
Yeah.
And the other guy's like talking shit, and he walks out and like threatens him. And it turns out he had a small penis.
Apparently they both had small penises.
Yeah. And he just calls him a teeny wangler.
Yeah.
Wangers.
Winger. Teeny wangers.
Teeny wangers, and laughed at him, and so he didn't beat him up because he felt bad for the size.
They already had small penises. He didn't need to emasculate them anymore.
Yeah,
but he should have, because later that guy died. He got killed by Debo.
Yeah.
So we're having our tough guy fighting event, and $100,000 prize, and every fucking inbred and every trailer park comes out for it. They're all beating the crap out of each other, and then Debo comes in and interrupts this match and kills two guys in the ring and scalps one.
Yep.
And now he's just the champion.
So Debo is a ex-con.
Yeah.
Who used to train with the same guy who taught Hulk or Rip. He stopped teaching him because he went too far. And he murdered a guy. He murdered a guy in a MMA fight, or in a wrestling match. Right. Actually, this is the good old days when you could just murder people in wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Debo wins.
Yes.
And so he starts taking Debo around to like all these on-site locations. Like, oh, we're gonna go to
a fucking steel mill.
A mill, like a boiler room, and just have a fight in the middle of the boiler room while people are actively working.
This dude has a fucking 3-foot-long pipe wrench.
Yep.
That he is trying to beat Debo with. I'm just like, that seems a bit much. I thought this was a fist fighting tournament.
No, it turned into a no hold barred.
Oh, this is like Street Fighter, but the one guy has butcher knives taped to his hands.
Yeah. Where's the Denny's background? Oh, dude. the new fucking Tekken.
Yeah.
Everyone's been petitioning them to add
the Waffle House?
The Waffle House level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
Every fighting game needs a good Waffle House location. That's where the true American bar fights break out at, is Waffle Houses.
Yeah. Things aren't bad unless the Waffle House shuts down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's when you know the entire town's fucked.
Yep. You don't stop at that town. Keep driving to the next shithole with the Waffle House. Yeah, UFC 1 was 1993.
Yeah. Yeah. But straight up, these guys are trying to invent the UFC.
They might have. Who knows? Maybe UFC stole this.
Like, hey, this battle of the tough guys.
Yeah, Dana White watched this movie and was like, fuck, they're on to something.
Maybe have less pipe wrenches and weapons and shit in it, but, you know.
Yeah, we could do this.
Yeah.
We'll have a central location to film it and not just go to where people work. And it seems very dangerous.
Seems like OSHA would have something to say about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like some people are going to get fired over this.
You're having fights in the basement? This can't be approved by corporate.
Yeah.
But yeah, after Debo murders everybody, he's the champion. He wants to beat up and kill Rip.
Yeah, he says this in his one. He has 2 lines in the entire movie. The rest of the time, he just grunts. Yeah. And then just he needs to get smacked to straighten one of those eyes up.
They put a comical unibrow on him.
I don't understand the unibrow.
Oh my god, dude.
Maybe did he just randomly naturally have a unibrow back then? But
no.
They just wanted him to be like, he's a bad guy.
They wanted him to look like a giant retarded black guy.
Oh my god. Unibrow.
He has the letter Z shaved onto the side of his head.
Yep.
He's completely bald except for a patch of hair on the side of his head.
Zeus.
In the shape of a Z.
And that's his, all he ever says is Zeus. And then he has 3 lines in the whole movie besides that.
Oh man.
They did not let Devo get out of his acting range in this. I tell you that much.
What can I say, man? Mongo is only pawn in Game of Life.
Oh, God. That's our future president. The president of the world, to be fair. Of the whole earth. He is our representative.
He really is. He saved us.
He did.
He did.
He did. He almost got us killed. But, you know.
Yeah. But in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They figured it out.
John McClane saved us, okay?
Yeah. Multipass.
Multipass. Yeah, we get it. It's a multipass, bitch. Shut up.
Yeah, multipass. He knows. He fucking knows what a multipass is.
Get on the fucking ship. You look a lot cuter not wearing clothes.
Oh, jeez, dude. I think she was only a teenager in the movie.
Hulk is actually 35 in this.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah. How old did you think he was? Because he is very much on his way to balding already.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought he was at least mid-40s.
Nope. He is 35.
Holy shit.
Yep.
I was just like, in my mind, I was like, oh my god, dude, Hulk looks so fucking old.
You should see him now.
He's so slow and lumbering.
No, he's in his 80s now.
Oh, I thought he was so much older. Oh, for some reason, I was thinking in the 90s, he was like 50.
Yep.
That is so bad.
So the whole time, Debo's going around murdering people on live television.
It's okay if you televise your murders.
Yeah. Welcome to Wednesday night, kids. 7 o'clock slot. Murder.
It's entertainment. Okay. It's not murder if it's televised.
You're right. The 80s is a different time. So that whole time you have Rip developing his relationship with hot honey pot chick.
Yeah. The bad guy just makes
Sam.
a CEO executive over whatever.
Yep. Sam.
Out of nowhere, he makes this happen.
Yep. So he takes her to this old small time diner.
Yeah.
And then some people, this is like his hometown. And you think he'd be real famous here. But some people start shit with him. Or they come in and rob the place, right?
He is famous.
Yeah. Yeah, he's famous.
He's a local hero.
And people come in and rob the place while he's there.
Yeah.
And he puts all these people's lives at risk by beating up these bad guys.
Yes.
With guns.
So there happens to be an entire counter full of pies.
Yep.
That he throws at these bad guys one by one.
Yeah. They have guns. Shoot him. You don't have to dodge the pie. You'll be fine.
Dude, it's
pie,
like
not as strong as gun.
It's like when all the bad guys shoot Superman and he just walks right through the bullets, but then they throw the gun and he dodges it.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that.
You know why?
As soon as he's done throwing these pies, these bad guys forget they have guns and try to just fist fight him.
Yeah. Well, that's because when he throws a gun at them, that's physical and they're not just shooting blanks.
Fair enough.
And the actor has to dodge the actual gun. That would hurt the actor.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because, I mean, it is a real gun, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm sure, they're heavy. But, so yeah, Rip destroys this diner.
Yes.
And beats up these guys and then takes her back to the hotel.
Gives an old black lady a heart attack.
Yeah. And takes Sam back to the hotel and he comes out in his fucking whitey tighties, undies. And she's all like, oh, we have to share a bed and just like worried that, he's going to not be able to hold himself back. And so he was, man enough to put it.
As the gentleman he is.
He hangs a bed sheet in between the bed. And that way there's a divider.
Yeah, he makes a fort.
And she walks out in just fucking half nude lingerie and is just like, you're not going to rape me, right? It's like, it kind of seems like you want him to. But it turns out she did want him to. And then she gets upset when he doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if the people that wrote this, who we know two of them, know what relationships are.
You mean two of the people who wrote this have zero respect for women? Please tell me more.
Or understanding of how relationships work. She wakes up in the middle of the night and Hulk is just shaking the bed by doing push-ups, but he has his legs on the bed.
It's
elevated.
A masturbation joke.
Yeah, it is. I understand. But it's just really fucking awkward that he's just doing push-ups in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I guess, when you're all hopped up on steroids and shit, you got to get some of that energy out before you go to bed.
Dude, he's 35. That blows my mind. Oh, my God, dude.
And then he breaks the fucking bed.
Yeah.
And Hulk gets upset that he can't rape her. And then it's just like, you don't understand how feelings are. And then leaves and shit. And then I'm so confused by this relationship.
Because they don't know. Because the people who wrote it have no idea themselves.
Yeah. And then the next scene, they're just like, she goes back to Brell and just like, you actually fell in love with him, and smacks her, whatever. And then she goes running off to Hulk, and Hulk's like, I love you. I'm going to protect you. Then I guess they're happily ever after. They're fucking, that's it. They're a couple now.
So after that, Hulk's brother goes to one of these underground fight things.
Yep.
And whenever Zeus goes fucking feral and tries to kill people in the audience, everybody takes off running. When they take off running, they bump into the bad guy.
Yep.
That recognizes them, of course. And then he feeds him to Zeus.
Well, Mr. Brell comes across them, right?
Yeah.
And Mr. Brell's like, hey, we're going to have a special event. This is Rip's brother.
Yeah.
And he's a small little fucking white boy. Debo tears this kid apart. Like Mike Tyson's going to fucking destroy Jake Paul.
Well, I will
same thing.
I will tell you this. The kid didn't wait.
No.
Right? The kid did what the good guy has to do.
Yeah.
And he immediately attacked that guy.
He did. Which is the best chance he had. But it was hopeless.
It just didn't work.
No. Because he was attacking a monster.
Yeah. He threw off like a punch combo on him. And he rolled out like the first grab attempt. But then Debo's just like, I'm a huge monster.
Yep.
And just murdered him.
Zeus, smash. Just killed this poor little white kid. Put him in the hospital. Like broke half his fucking bones and shit. And his gait.
He's literally in a wheelchair for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know if his spine's going to heal back. We're going to have to, it's going to be slow. And they literally have a fucking training montage to get him to where he can walk out enough to like get in a wheelchair and take
go
him
to the last match.
Yeah. Cause the whole time Debo's trying to provoke Rip or Hulk into a match, right?
Well, Hulk is doing like a kids thing, right? And they literally land in a helicopter and do like a UFC stare down.
Yeah.
And then walk off.
Yeah. Fly away.
Like, oh, see? He's too much of a coward to accept his challenge. I might have to sick Zeus on all these fucking children.
See, children, your hero's a bitch. A little bitch, children.
Dude, I literally thought he was going to be so tall he would hit the fucking helicopter blades.
No, they're pretty high up there.
Oh my God.
But you still duck.
Yeah, he does that, and like Rip finally is like, yeah, accept the challenge, brother, or whatever.
After, he assaults his brother and stuff. He's amped up.
So after all the murder attempts, they literally walk into this place like everything's going to be straight up on the up and up.
Yeah.
And the woman immediately gets captured.
Yeah, they kidnap her as leverage
to make Hulk throw the fight.
Yeah.
For some reason, he thinks he has to get Hulk to throw the fight, that his monster just can't kill him.
Do you think they're airing other fights before this, or is just like, this is one fight? And how do they put that? Because, I mean, I'm sure this is like an hour-long TV slot, right?
Well, I'm guarantee you it's not aired live because all the murder.
Yeah, they got to like edit the video.
They got to edit the murder out, and they also got to break it up into commercial breaks to make it fit a half-hour time slot.
This feels like an hour time slot for sure. All the WWE shit and UFC stuff was like always an hour.
Well, they probably air all the promo stuff before it, like Zeus going and threatening him in front of children.
Yeah.
Right. They probably air all that stuff first.
Yeah, good TV.
Oh, crap. We forgot the part that really antagonized this. I'm so stupid. So what really put it over the top and made Hulk accept this match is apparently the bad guy was going to send out his goons to not only assault his new girlfriend, but rape her.
Yeah, they kidnapped her and was going to rape her.
Yeah, that was the plan, is to rape her. Yeah. This is a children's film. It blew my mind.
And it sends Rip into a rage, and he goes to Zeus's gym where Mr. Braille has monitors set up, and he's watching it, and he's just taunting him as he destroys all the gym equipment.
Yeah.
But not the TV that's taunting him the whole time.
Right.
Which, this is Zeus's gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it literally has Braille talking to Zeus, feeding him fucking...
It's a psyop.
Yeah, it's psyop. Just feeding him like false information and bullshit, talking about how Rip says you're a little bitch. Rip thinks you're nothing. You're garbage. You're a trash human being. Rip's
and there's
God.
There's posters of Hogan up everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like the psychic mental breakdown of this like handicapped retarded guy who's just hatred. And where his murder, this rage builds up over time where that's the only thing he knows.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Debo.
Do you?
He is a simpleton. He doesn't understand what's happening.
He showed up for murder.
He showed up for 100K.
Yeah.
In a wrestling match, which he did. That's what he does. He just happens to not know when to stop. It's like Lenny, you know? He doesn't know how to stop when he brushes the hair too hard.
Yeah.
And then
he snaps a woman's neck.
Yeah. And he snaps some fucking poor redneck's neck. And then his brother has to take him out back and shoot him, you know?
Jesus. Oh, man. So we finally show up to this last match. And bad guy captures Hulk's girlfriend and uses her as leverage.
Yeah.
And then we're having this fight. And it's one of these kind of fights where like Hulk Hogan is the hero where your punches don't actually hurt me.
Yeah.
They just fuel me up, which isn't how getting punched in the face works at all.
No, man. It works just like Black Panther's armor. It absorbs the energy from the punch.
Yeah.
And then eventually builds up and you reflect it back.
It absorbs the kinetic energy.
Yep.
Transfers it into electrical power.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how the Hulk functions in reality.
Yeah. Okay. So they're having their fight, and it's been about 10 minutes, and Hulk's getting the shit beat out of him, and he's down on the mat. Somehow the girlfriend frees herself during this time.
Yep.
And gets out of the control room and makes it back to the good guys.
You forget the part where they abduct the chick. The way they abduct this chick.
Oh, yeah, it's dumb.
So their whole plan is, he's like, okay, because the place they're filming this is in his network's building or whatever, right?
Right.
And his whole plan is, okay, when she gets off the elevator, my guards are just going to block her in and push her back on the elevator and then take her to the security place, right?
Right.
What if she didn't get off the elevator last?
Well, then the guards would have just had to beat up a guy in a wheelchair and another white guy.
The whole plan was exactly like that. That was it. Oh, she's going to get off last and we'll just trap her in. But
so brother in the wheelchair isn't stopping anybody.
No.
And his friend doesn't look like he's going to overpower two guards.
They do go and get the old trainer guy. So yeah, they're real fucking equipped now. This 70-year-old dude's going to help them beat up these guards with guns.
Yeah.
They kidnap her and then they're holding her just in the security room. They just have her sitting in a chair.
Yeah. They don't have her cuffed or nothing.
Nope. And they just back turned, doors closed, doesn't lock. Yeah. She just walks the fuck out when they were not paying attention.
Right.
Because they're watching the match. She walks out. Of course, they chase after her, and then the brother's gay lover shows up, and the old guy.
Yeah. And they recover her.
Yeah, which she pretty much was fine on her own.
They recover her by doing the exact opposite of the thing that got her trapped to begin with.
Yeah.
They ended up pushing the bad guys into the elevator or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that she's safe, Hulk can fight without
when she finally gets down to the ring, right?
Yeah.
And Hulk is down the mat, and Debo literally goes over to the ring post and rips a shard of the ring post off.
Yep.
That's at a point now.
Yep.
And is about to stab him to death with the ring pole. And Hulk rolls out of it.
Wrestling's fake, okay? Just want to point out wrestling's fake.
But after that, they get into a brawl that ends up outside of the ring. Yep. Where Hulk literally punches him upstairs. They get up to the top. They tussle around. Hulk gets thrown down a flight of stairs. Then they fight back upstairs.
Yeah.
And then they're upstairs again. Hulk does the crown move or whatever.
Yeah.
Like double fist to the head thing.
Yeah.
To Debo and knocks him off of the balcony into the ring onto the metal pole that Debo had already thrown through the middle of the ring. So Debo should be impaled and dead. But not satisfied with his kill, he looks over to the control booth and sees the bad guy and is like, I'm going to go in there and kill him too.
Yep.
And he does. That's exactly that.
After Brell, while Debo's losing, he's destroying the whole fucking filming studio.
Yes.
Which seems counterintuitive. Like,
yeah.
It's counterproductive. There's no reason for him to destroy all his equipment.
So he's ripped wires and stuff out of the wall.
Yeah. I get Hulk's going to win this tournament, but he's still on his fucking show being aired, making a lot of money. He's getting what he wants.
Yeah.
This is what he wanted.
Yeah.
Hulk's here. He's on his network.
He wanted Hulk to be his champion to begin with.
Yeah. Hulk wins. What's that mean? Hulk has to come back and fight more? Like, I get it.
So Hulk smashes the fucking door to the control room, is about to walk in, and this guy backs up into a breaker box and electrocutes himself to death.
Yep.
And that's it. Film's over.
Happy ever after.
After Hulk killed two men.
Yep. And they ride off to the sunset. He gets paid. His brother is paralyzed.
Yeah.
Partially. Spinal damage.
Yeah.
And then, Sam is happily, with the Hulk.
Yeah. This is a movie that happened.
Yeah. There was events.
So, outside of this movie being bad, which this movie is very fucking bad, I don't know. The rental on this is like $3. It's not worth it.
It's free on Tubi.
Yeah.
So, I'd watch it on Tubi.
I would never watch this again. This is fucking garbage.
Oh.
But this was the first WWF movie.
Yeah.
This is their first experiment.
It could have been worse.
I will say this. Without this trash, we might not have The Rock.
Yep.
We might not have John Cena.
Yep.
We might not have Batista.
For sure.
Right?
3 great actors that have transitioned from wrestling
into acting.
Acting and like done it really well.
Yeah. So in that sense, I guess it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But every attempt they ever made to try to make Hulk Hogan a movie star was really bad.
Yeah, he wasn't a strong actor, but there were some entertaining movies with him. Like The Nanny was pretty funny. And I honestly, for a first attempt, yeah, the story and concepts of this whole movie was real dumb and the layout, but there was some entertaining aspects of it. Like the bar fights and stuff were entertaining, and just having Debo just beat up these people. It was still not a bad movie.
And here's the thing too. Knowing what we know now about Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
This didn't just start happening 10 or 15 years ago. This has been going on his entire life.
No, I think it probably happened like 10, 15 years. I think that's when it started.
I don't. I think he has been this person all along. I just don't wake up one day and just like, oh, my thing is shitting on people now.
What? No, it's something that comes with power. Once you're in power, you get bored, and then only extreme stuff like that, just the complete dominance of another human being is what kind of gets you off anymore. That's the level of power he is at, or was at.
Dude, I think he was probably that person whenever they wrote this movie. You know, I've said stuff like, oh, I bet he shit on her to cast her for this part. He might have.
No, I don't think he was there yet, because he was still like in the shadow of his father, and just he was an idea man. He really like had some brilliant ideas to like formulate and build the WWE to what it is today.
Yeah.
He just had some very eccentric hobbies.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that's a very nice way to put dehumanizing every woman you've ever met.
I mean, I sure wasn't all of them.
I bet it was most of them.
I mean, we saw Trish Stratus last weekend. What do you think? Did you think
we should have asked?
You should have asked.
Dude, we should have asked.
Vince McMahon never offered to poop on you.
I mean, seriously.
I don't think she would have answered you. And she might have called security.
Trish, just a question, please. Did Vince McMahon ever take a shit on your forehead? Oh, man.
I mean, she looks like that. She has that face, you know?
But I guarantee it. Probably.
She is old.
Dude, I guarantee you there's not been a woman go through that business that wasn't essentially sexually assaulted by the men around them.
I mean, it is a male-dominated business. So.
It is. You know, the women fit a stereotype, right? But just because they fit that stereotype doesn't mean they deserve to be treated like that stereotype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a character.
I think it's changed now. There's a lot more female presence in the WWE. They have their own Royal Rumble. There's a lot more appeal to it.
I bet Triple H isn't running around shitting on people.
Maybe he might have done it to Stephanie McMahon.
But
maybe
then
she
again,
likes that.
Rock's on the board now, so he might be running around shitting on people. I don't know. He's at that level of power, apparently.
He's even more powerful than Vince McMahon ever was. Vince McMahon was never the fucking highest paying actor in the world. So
right. That's true.
You know, I haven't been a wrestling fan in a long time. Who knows? Maybe Rock will change something.
Maybe. This, it's good that they tried.
Yeah, it was the start.
Because this led to other things. This led to actors that I like. Mm-hmm. Not The Rock so much, but I like John Cena. I think the stuff he's been in is pretty decent.
Yeah.
I thought he was great as Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. So Batista in Guardians of the Galaxy was good. Batista in like Dune was good.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I didn't even want to add this much. I wanted to stop adding after this movie fucking sucked.
You want to talk about anyone else getting shit on before, you know? Make sure the children didn't miss that part where human beings are getting shit on.
Oh, do you think Jesse Ventura got shit
Yeah.
To be the ring announcer.
I mean, that's probably the only reason he got elected for governor of Minnesota.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was a governor or congressman or whatever, right?
He's the governor of Minnesota.
Yeah. Dude, he's gone fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. He lives in a fucking compound in Mexico now.
Yeah, when you get dropped on the head that fucking much, it kind of happens.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't Benoit his whole family.
I mean, even The Rock, maybe that's what's happening on The Rock. Like you saw him when he was on Rogan. Like he didn't seem like the same man he used to be.
Dude, when you hear these wrestlers on Rogan, they all sound so fucked up and haggard.
Mm-hmm.
Rogan had them all on last year. Like,
Hulk.
Had Ric Flair, Hulk, had Kurt Angle, had The Rock.
Yeah.
And every one of them sounded fucked up.
Yeah, they're all like in their 60s and shit, or Hulk's and Ric Flair in their 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Humans aren't supposed to be thrown around like rag dolls for fucking 2 nights a week their entire life. They
all work in a business where technically they're all independent contractors. They have no health care.
No, the health care is awful.
And there's no retirement.
There's no healing. It's like 2 nights a week. You're getting thrown around like a rag doll. You don't have no time to recover.
I can't remember which wrestler it was. I just remember their statement talking about how fucked up they were all the time. That they were literally on.
It was Mankind. It was Mankind.
It wasn't even Mankind. But they were literally talking about like how they were so fucked up. They were on so many steroids and Z-Packs that there was a round that they were in. They just shit themselves in the middle of the ring. And
that's Mick Foley.
I'm telling you, it wasn't.
Or Undertaker.
Man, yeah.
It was Undertaker.
Yeah. He's like, I shit myself in the middle of the ring. And it's just like, count me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, pin me.
Yeah. Just give me some dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Undertaker talk about how awful it was. Like, and Mick Foley did too. Talked about like, the match with Triple H. He was fucked up going into that.
He did the match with Undertaker. It's a pretty good listen. They did a cast together.
Yeah.
Where they were doing commentary over their Hell in the Cell match, talking about what all was actually happening whenever you're seeing stuff on the screen. And there was parts where Undertaker was like, dude, when I threw you off the fucking top of that thing through the announcer table, I thought I actually killed you.
Yeah. He thought he was dead. He looked dead.
I thought I actually killed you.
Yeah, he had a fucking, his back was broken before that, going into the fight.
Yeah, his bottom teeth fucking come up through the top of his mouth into his nose.
Ugh.
Whenever you're watching it, you see white shit in his nose. That's his bottom teeth.
It's crazy.
And then Mick Foley's just talking about like, no, man, we are here to give these people a show. Keep going.
I remember watching this match live. And I was like, this is brutal. There's no way that this is fake. Mm-mm. Like, I mean, it's a show, but these grown men are trying to beat the shit out of each other for our entertainment.
The one thing they're talking about too is like when they got up on top of the cell, on top of the cage, they're standing on it.
Yeah, it was weak.
They just zip tied it.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be just zip tied.
Yeah, it was about to fall through at any second.
Yeah, these guys are fucking heavy.
Yeah, these are like 400 pound guys.
Yeah. Mick Foley at that time was 300 pounds plus, easy, just as a short
Undertaker was like
probably almost 400.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around on stuff that's only held up with zip ties. Yeah, it is crazy.
That's why they're just standing there punching each other back and forth. Because if they do any more than that,
they're going to go through it.
Yeah,
they know it.
Like, what happens when he does slam him.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be the setup, right? One body slam and it goes through.
But what it was supposed to be is like one section was supposed to be the weak section he threw him through, not the entire fucking top.
Yeah.
But it's a good listen. It's on YouTube. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it was either this spring or last spring it come out.
Yeah, it was last spring. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an anniversary thing where they were breaking it down, and it's a very good watch.
Yeah.
But
poop on people.
Yeah. I bet Mick Foley had to take some shit on his forehead.
At least he had the mask on. That's why he had the mask on.
I think that's who Vince always was.
Nah, I think people change with power.
Yeah.
I know power's changed me since we started this channel.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel it coming on now.
Do you?
Yeah. We need to end this quick.
You're not going to shit on me if I shit on you first.
Oh, you threatening me?
Oh,
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm going to shit right on you.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening and joining us. I don't know, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, all those buttons and things. If anybody's ever pooped on you, let us know.
Yeah, in the comment section. If you've been pooped on, that wasn't yourself. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Everyone poops
if
on
Vince
themselves.
McMahon's ever pooped on you.
If Trish, if you're listening out there, reach out to us, okay?
It's okay.
It's okay. We will bring you on.
There's
and
a support
commentate.
group.
Yeah, there's I've been pooped on support group. Me too, I think they call it.
Oh, me poo.
Me poo. But yeah, all right. I'll talk to you later, guys.
See you later, guys.